That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of creatures called ditchlings? They're a type of cryptid that shows up around places on the brink of disaster. Kanika's mom told us about that last night after seeing some footage we found in the woods. Ditchlings doesn't ring a bell. Dang, with a shot. We've exhausted this library. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? The damn mines, people. It's underground, it's under the whole town. There's a gun in the background, just realised that. Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? Well, my cousin's house is on the edge of a cliff. We have these ditchling things, they're killing animals, there's a gun in the background. Oh, and speaking of guns, there's a Duke, isn't there, walking around with a gun? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna go nab some more books. Bye-bye. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in the woods. It's nothing that we can't get to the bottom of. We will work out what is going on. Pretty sure of it. And they just turned to his mobile. I'm going to try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Smack the phone out of his hand. Leave your daughter alone, Oscar. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go off getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. If you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her? No. Oscar's actually wanders off, phone in hand. And Stella's back! Yay! Got 'em. Just grabbed a whole mess of local library history books. Boom, on the desk. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. Alright, got our snacks, got our source documents. Let's get this research party started. Is this going to be a montage? Reading awaits. Oh. No, I feel like I should weigh in a little bit, but reading is for suckers, yeah. Like I'm reading all this text. What a sap. We're just gonna pick one and just flick through it. Wampus Cat, Tommy Knockers, that sounds interesting. What's this? Tommy Knockers originated in Cornish mythology, working in our mines and stuff. Yes, they're named for knocking. They knock about, and they're called Tommy. Others believe that the creatures taken stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse. It's got to be a mine collapse. Yep, is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are the spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. Oh yeah, you mentioned this one before, didn't you, Stella? So let's have a look at that one. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty and the hunter spied something out in the corner of his eye. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing. His hunger guided his actions, but it was quick and ran back through its hidey hole and out of sight, leaving over its long black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. Guess this'll have to do, he said to his dog, and threw the tail in a pot to cook a soup. He and the dog ate well that night, just off a small tail, the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrabbling across wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumbling spot on the covers where he'd been, and in the gloom he saw two big yellow eyes staring at him. There they are. I want my Talipu. Talipu, a high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. Oh, the guy is so scared. Go away, he screamed at the thing. A step closer, still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across hardwood, accompanying its movements. I want my Talipu. Talipu. The creature growled again. I'll get my dog after you, the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. I want my Talipu. Before the hunter could so much as scream, the creature leapt from the darkness. Long claws stretched out towards the hunter. And all that was left was the chimney? No one is sure what the creature did to him that night. But the next morning, all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney standing alone in the woods. We're probably going to see that at some point, I guess. Oh, You're done here. I'm so done. You close the book and put it back. Well, if you haven't found anything on the internet and you haven't drawn anything down, I feel like I'm the fool. I think I'm done. Let's check in. I know nothing. I don't know what's going on. Alright, if we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as for what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents? What were you reading, Stella? What about y'all? Find anything? I found a cat. Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut. Oh, hey Pixel. Hi Pixel. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. Who let this cat in the library? Don't worry, little guy. I don't forget your treats. Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treats. Oh, Oscar, why's the cat here? Sorry, it's Pixel's bothering you? Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought of people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Oh, well, that's fine. Why let your cat walk across the library if it's going to do that? Have you seen this little guy's face? How could I say no to that? The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep. Alright, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if you need anything. Right, guys, we need to know what is happening. Right, Stella, what have you been saying about nuclear attacks? Oh, actually, do you think it's a cult? A cult in the mines, maybe? I like that idea. You lean in and quietly whisper to Stella and Kanika. Do you guys think there's like a cult here? They're pretty shocked, so I don't think they were expecting that. Maybe ditchlings were Yes, we're making it up. Maybe the ditchlings were like summoned as part of a ritual or something like that. Kanika's thinking about it. Yep, and she's still in mortal shock, Stella. I'd assume the spiral we found was some sort of nest made by the ditchlings, but yeah, maybe we have had cause and effect backwards. Oh yeah, I like the little drawing. Write it down, Stella. It's much more likely that thing was a nest than it was some sort of magical ritual site. Not saying it's magic. Stop bringing that in. I would love to hear your guys' input. Stella's fine with it. Kanika's sussing me out a little bit. So let's see. There was a mine collapse in 1918. Maybe the ditchlings are here to warn about something like that happening again. It might not be a terrible place to start. I like it. How do we get cult working into this? All this talk of mines reminds me, though, there's been this really unsettling miner who's been coming around my mom's tea shop lately. His name is Wayne, and there's something wrong with him. Like, viscerally wrong. Yeah, I know, he was covered in blood. No kidding, he snuck up on us last night and called out AlRodriguez by name. Sent chills down my spine. I don't know if there's much of a connection, but if we're heading to the mines, we might as well look into him. I like it. Can we go now? Because I think that's a good way, a good direction. Anything. Yes, awesome, let's roll, girls. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I miss this. We done this before? I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't realise how much I miss being able to hang out with you. That's nice. Though, there is something missing. Reese. Who's Reese? I've really missed that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope, I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realise it was getting so bad, that poor guy. You know, we should just pop over and surprise him. Good shout. He seemed excited to meet AlRodriguez. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's roll out. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep you posted. Is this Reese's house? Why is there like a big massive cave behind it? Reese's home stands on the edge of a forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Hello, Reese. It's Stella. I brought some buddies too. That's Reese? Oh, shh, not. Shush. It's a library. Not so loud. He's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he'll probably need it. Whatever you two have planned is beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and AlRodriguez would just get along super well too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna lie because I'm just on a roll with this. Stella's right. We're just going for a light walk and I've heard such great things about your son. I'm only in town for a few more days and it'd be a shame if we didn't get a chance to meet him. Dr. Kelly looks you up and down and sighs. Yes, a broker! Alright, you win. Go get your son. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper and you all can hang out for a bit. Yes, I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. I'm sure he'll be happy to meet you too, AlRodriguez. That would be great. I can bring a side dish, maybe deviled eggs. Does he eat those still? No, eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, fine. You can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. Oh, you brought up Gretchen. How dare you, Dr. Kelly? A person she didn't even know about. Okay, no dogs. Thanks so much. Dr. Kelly, we'll stop bothering you now. See you later. She is creepy, and I didn't have a chance to use my hotness. She's saving it for later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. She does know her house is made of wood. If I'm getting in there, I would be in there by now. God, that woman makes me so nervous. Are you okay, Stella? I'm fine. I remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool, I'll take the nice shortcut. It shouldn't be long for us to get up there. You're welcome to tag along, AlRodriguez. Sure, if you go into the mine, I will come along. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Option, because I feel like if I don't go with Stella, something bad's going to happen to her. But if I ride with Kanika, I don't know where she's going. Which one of you is going to the mines? Neither of them. I'm going to ride with Kanika. Well, guys, I'm going to be leaving the video here. Thank you ever so much for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe if you want to see any more of this content. And I hope to see you guys in another one of my next videos. Take care. Goodbye.